Well, hello, beautiful people. Welcome back, Royal Gang, to another amazingly special edition of QueenBeeTV. We have some things that, we need to talk about. We just got back from our trip and, let's do a little recap. So make sure you stay locked in.
Where the fuck the function? Where the fuck the function? The way I feel right now, I feel like we need to be all alone. So if you just playing around, you need to tell your girl, take a fine ass home, and that's real.
So first things first, I got my girl Tony playing in the background. I had to catch up on some vlogs, but I've already caught up on all her new stuff. It's going through her playlist. But the trip was amazing. As y'all know, if you watched my last vlog, I did a friend's trip to Destin, Florida. We stopped in Lafayette, Louisiana, and we did a 10-hour road trip there and back with children, boys and girls, family members, grandmas, cousins. It was a whole thing. It was a whole vibe. So let's do a little recap of kind of how I felt about the overall French trip. So for me, the trip was cool. Like I mentioned before in one of my previous vlogs, I've never done a friend's road trip, really friends trips in general. I either travel with family members or my spouse, my partner. So actually doing that with a group of your peers was something that I was able to check off of a bucket list, and I feel like everyone should try that at least once. Whether it's a girls trip, a guys trip, a combined girls and guys trip, I highly recommend. You learn a lot about your friends and your circle, and it's interesting. It's neat. It was different being stuck in a car like that. It was interesting, especially, and I wasn't driving, you know what I'm saying? Like, I elected not to drive, so I was a passenger princess the whole trip, okay? We love that for me, don't we? Exactly. So let's start with, I originally wasn't even supposed to go, right? If y'all watched last week's vlog, or my previous vlog, because I don't know when I'm dropping this yet. It might not be a Tuesday vlog, I might drop this early. But, I was not supposed to go. So the girl I was supposed to stay with, she ended up contracting COVID, and I was gonna be rooming with her, which changed the dynamic of sleeping arrangements. And so I was like, okay, well, I'm not gonna go. But then me and one of the other girls in the friend group, we figured something out, and I ended up staying in their room with them, which in total had 8 of us in one hotel. So it was, cramped, but it was still cool. Like, it was still a cool vibe. It felt like a big slumber party. When we stopped in Lafayette, we had one hotel room with 7 people in it. So we had an air mattress and 2 queen size beds. It was 2 people in each queen size bed, and then 3 of us in the air mattress. I was on the air mattress with my homegirl and her boyfriend, and then our other 4 friends were split up 2 and 2. It was interesting. Like, if no one has ever seen 7 people be in one hotel room with 2 beds, just let them know it's possible. It's possible. 1 bathroom. It was possible. We did it. We giggled and played all night. We barely got any sleep that first night, and then we had to hit the road and finish the rest of the journey to Florida. But it was a good time. I definitely wouldn't trade some of the memories and the giggles for anything. So the road trip itself was cool. On the way there, the girls all rode together, which was 2 of my homegirls and my homegirl's daughter and me. So I was in the back seat with the baby. She fussed a little bit. It wasn't like unmanageable, but I mean, it's to be expected with a toddler. She's not even 2 years old yet, and this is a long trip. This is 10 hours in the car. So it was to be expected. Didn't bother me. We stopped a few times just because diaper changes, potty breaks, snacks, things like that. So it was cool. It was nice to go through all those different states. So I was able to check off some states that I'd never been in. Of course, I've been to Louisiana before. We went through Mississippi and Alabama, and then we were in Florida. So it was pretty cool. Like, the journey of just seeing all the different places and, just being able to be a passenger and not always the driver, and be able to soak in just different scenery. It was really, really nice. So once we eventually got to Florida, we didn't stay in a group driving. So some people arrived, like the guys, they arrived before we did, just because we stopped more frequently than they did. But once we got there, we were able to get all checked in into the hotel, which was directly on Destin's beach, which was really, really beautiful. We were on the 11th floor, had a balcony view, a corner balcony view, so we could see like everything. It was gorgeous. The pool was amazing. Y'all know I spent a lot of time in the pool. I love the beach. The beach is beautiful. I'm just not a beach girl, y'all. I'm just not. It's just something about things being in the ocean and touching me. I don't like it. So, of course, I got into the beach water, but I didn't stay in the beach water very long. I went and got in the pool and was a mermaid in the pool. So, it was definitely beautiful. We had some really great moments. We had brunch, as I showed y'all in the previous vlog. We went out for an amazing dinner the last night. We did some shopping. It was nice. Like, we had some fun moments just like hanging out in the room itself. We did the mannequin challenge. If y'all watched one of my shorts, we did the mannequin challenge. We played a game that I brought called Drunk Confidence, and that was one of the cards that somebody pulled, and so we did the mannequin challenge. If y'all could see the behind the scene footage, we had to do it like 5-6 times, but it was fun. It was fun. It was fun. We, shared a lot of laughs, and I definitely made sure I made time for myself to like break off from the group and enjoy some me time, because that's important. Is to enjoy your vacation for you too and not just for the group. So I definitely broke off and got myself something to eat, or went to the pool, or relaxed inside and watched some Netflix. Like, I had to have those key moments in order to rejuvenate my own battery, my own social meter. So if you go on group trips, y'all, don't be afraid to break off and do your own shit, okay? They'll understand. If they're real friends, they'll understand. Like, there's nothing wrong with me. I just need some alone time, okay? I didn't drink a lot, I will say, on the trip. I didn't drink a lot. The first night that we got to Lafayette, I ended up feeling sick, and so I didn't drink much. I started throwing up, and I don't know why. I don't know if it was the GLP-1 that I'm on or what. It just, something didn't agree with me, and I wasn't feeling well. When we got to Florida, I had to actually take my GLP-1, so I had to travel with it with me and keep it cold. So I had to take it. So I didn't want to drink too much with that, because that's just extra sugar, and my appetite is curbed, so I can't drink too much. When we first got to Florida, I did drink the first night. Got drunk, sloppy drunk. I wouldn't say sloppy, let's not say sloppy. I did get drunk though, to where I fell asleep first. I was out like a light. But other than that, I sipped here and there. I didn't do a lot of drinking. It wasn't like a turn up drinking trip for me. But I did have a good time overall. We made some meals, it was cool. Like, I really enjoyed myself. And then on the way back, I rode with the guys, and that was cool. We vibed, we had the playlist going. One of our the guys in the friend group, he DJ'd the trip, and we had a good time. We went through all different genres of music. It was a good time. Like, it was chill. We stopped a couple of times for potty breaks and gas, and we made it back first, and we went our separate ways and came home. As y'all saw, I got home like 12 something-ish, and it was cool. I enjoyed it. I really did. I enjoyed myself. I'm pretty sure some of the people in the friend group probably thought I didn't have a good time, but I did. It wasn't a turn-up trip for me. It was a relax and chill vibe for me. So just because I wasn't turning up with everybody didn't mean I didn't have a good time. I did. They went out the last night to a club, a couple of bars and clubs, and I didn't go. I didn't want to. I wanted to relax because it was the last day. I wanted to pack up my stuff, and I wanted to be ready for the next morning for that 10-hour drive back home, because I knew I had to work on Monday. So I had a great time. Did I participate in all the activities that everybody did? No. Or they only saw me for certain parts of it, and I broke away to have some me time. So overall, 10 out of 10, highly recommend doing a French trip. So yeah, overall, y'all, it was fun. Am I still tired? Yes. Do I still have to work? Yes. I'm actually on my lunch break right now. But I would definitely do it again. We're supposed to hang out with the friend group this weekend, and we'll see what happens with that. That'll be on the weekend vlog, so stay locked in for the weekend vlog. If you guys were wondering if anything awkward or weird happened between me and the guy in the friend group that I like, no, nothing weird happened. It was cool vibes. I didn't get none from anybody on the trip. Nothing weird or spicy happened. Nothing like that. Okay. Well, I mean, other than the guys being weird, you know, they like to play, but it was cool. Nothing strange happened. It was a very chill, cool vibe. So yeah, that's it, Royal Gang. If y'all can think of anything else, drop the comments below and we can talk about it. But that's it. I'll see you guys on the next one. Deuces. And before I wrap up this vlog, I just want to take a second to give a huge thank you to someone who means a lot to me as a creator, Daley. She's literally the reason I started this channel. Watching her over the years always helped me through rough days, sparked my creativity, and made me feel seen. I've shouted her out before in my vlogs. Sometimes you'll even see her playing in the background, but I never actually knew if she'd ever seen any of that. And then, the other day, I was in her Instagram live and she remembered me. Like she knew I go on cruises. That floored me. It reminded me that you never know who's watching your journey, and it just made me so grateful. So thank you, Tony, for being you and for inspiring people like me to show up and create too.